Bienvenidos and welcome to another episode of Spain on a Fork. Today we're going to grab one of Spain's most famous spices, sweet smoked Spanish paprika known as Pimentón, and create a legendary Iberian recipe. We're talking Spanish paprika, chicken, and rice. This is known as Arroz Meloso con Pollo y Pimentón. And let me tell you, this dish is filled with layer upon layer of so many simple yet delicious flavors. It's easy to make, where there's no tricky techniques or weird equipment needed. And the best part, done in about 40 minutes using just one pan. Folks, this is the perfect dish for a busy weeknight or even for a relaxed weekend lunch. Either way, make sure you enjoy it next to a crunchy baguette and a bottle of Spanish wine for the ultimate treat. Really quick before we begin, a shout out to a couple of my patrons, Jim Schallert and Barbara Eastman. And guys, thank you so much for being patrons of Spain on a Fork. You know how much I appreciate you. All right, let's just dive right into this. I'm gonna heat a large fry pan with a medium heat and add 3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, which is 45 milliliters. Make sure you use the good stuff here. It is the base fat of the dish and what truly makes a difference. Make sure you get the Spanish one I'm using in the description box below. While the oil is heating, I'm going to add 2 boneless chicken breasts over some paper towels and pat them completely dry. Size of the breast that I'm using are 8 ounces, which is 225 grams each. And as you can see, I'm using skinless chicken breast here, but you can also use chicken breast with skins, chicken thighs, or a combination of the both. Then we'll cut each chicken breast into chunks that are 1.5 inches, which is about 4 centimeters. And then season the chicken with sea salt and freshly cracked black pepper. Then we'll move back to the pan. Once the oil is nice and hot, we'll add in the pieces of chicken, and you want to make sure they're all in a single layer. And we're going to go between 2 to 3 minutes per side here until the chicken is lightly brown. At this stage, you don't have to fully cook it through. Once the pieces of chicken are lightly brown, once again just 2 to 3 minutes per side, we'll remove them from the pan and set them aside. Now using the same pan with the same heat, I'm going to add in 1 small onion that's been finely chopped, 1 red bell pepper that's been finely chopped as well, and 6 cloves of garlic that have been roughly chopped. You'll mix the ingredients around continuously, that way they don't brown too quickly and it all evenly sautés. After about 4 minutes, and the vegetables are lightly sautéed, I'm going to add in 2 teaspoons of sweet smoked Spanish paprika, which is 5 grams. And we'll give it a quick mix. And like I've told you before, when you're working with paprika in a hot pan, you want to mix it in there quickly, otherwise it can easily get a bitter flavor. Then we'll add in half a cup of tomato sauce, which is 125 grams. As always, I made mine by finely grating fresh tomatoes, but you can also use canned tomato sauce here, which is similar to passata. And we'll season everything with sea salt and just a kiss of freshly cracked black pepper. And we'll give it a mix until it's well mixed together and then simmer it for a few minutes. After about 3 minutes and the tomato sauce has slightly thickened, I'm going to add in 4 cups of chicken broth, which is 960 milliliters. You can also use vegetable broth here, or even water if you like. Just make sure to season accordingly if you're using water. And we'll turn it up to a high heat and give it a gentle mix. While the broth is heating, let's start prepping the rice. I'm going to measure out 1 cup of rice, which is 190 grams. I'm using Spanish short grain rice, which is similar to arborio. Of course, you can use any rice you like here. Just make sure to check the package instructions. That way you get your cooking times right on the money. And I do tell you, you do want to add in an extra cup of liquid than what the package states, which is 240 milliliters, as that's one of the elements that give this dish that slightly creamy texture. Once the broth comes to a boil in the pan, we'll add in the rice and lower it to a medium heat. And we'll give it a mix, that way everything's evenly distributed. And unlike paella, where you don't mix the rice again after this step, you want to make sure to mix it every 2 to 3 minutes, as that's going to help release the starch in the rice, which is the other element that gives this dish that slightly creamy texture. After cooking the rice for 10 minutes, which in my case is 8 minutes shy of it being cooked through, we'll add the chicken back into the pan. And we'll give it a mix, that way everything's evenly distributed. And we're going to go for another 8 minutes here until the rice and the chicken are fully cooked through. And once again, make sure to mix this every 2 to 3 minutes. Once the rice and the chicken are fully cooked through, this is ready to go. I'm going to turn off the heat. Add in a quarter cup of grated cheese, which is 30 grams. I'm using a Spanish Manchego that's been aged for 3 months, but you can use any cheese you like. And squeeze in 2 teaspoons of fresh lemon juice, which is 10 milliliters. And we'll give it one final mix until it's well mixed together. And you can serve this directly out of the pan or transfer it into serving dishes. Either way, make sure to top it off with some fresh parsley. Check it out, our Spanish paprika chicken and rice is done. Easy to make, simple ingredients, and all done in about 40 minutes using just one pan. Let's give this a try and see how it turned out. Once again folks, arroz meloso con pollo y pimentón. This I am so excited to try. Here we go. Grab a spoonful. It is absolutely delicious. First things first, that rice, beautifully cooked, absorbed everything in the pan. The chicken adds the protein, and then the pimentón, the sweet smoked Spanish paprika, taking this to the very next level. Easy to make, the simplest ingredients. Give it a try at home. Once again, perfect for a busy weeknight or a relaxed weekend lunch, and always next to a crunchy baguette and a bottle of Spanish wine for the ultimate treat. If you enjoyed today's video, hit that like button, leave me a comment below, and if you're not subscribed, don't forget to smash that subscribe button and click on the bell icon. That way you can get notified every time I release new content and to become a part of the Spain on a Fork family. Till the next time, hasta luego.